What's this? What's this? Get it. Good boy. Next one. Good boy. Next one. Good boy. Next one. Good boy. Get it. Good boy. Next one. Yeah, boy. Good boy. Okay. Got a commercial shoot coming up at the end of the week. Got to test some drones. So I've got them in my drone storage container. Just gotta make sure that they're all flying all right. So came over to the field and just gonna make sure that Real Steady's working on all of them. I've got a couple new Hero 9s I need to make sure that are working. Yeah, just make sure all the drones are actually functional. And I've already spotted the first problem. Look at this guy. That prop is definitely chipped, so we'll have to swap those out, but that's not gonna be a problem. So let's get these guys in the air and get them tested out. Okay, all 3 drones tested. In terms of flying, they work great, but now I want to take them back and double check in on like Real Steady. I'm going to process all the videos that I took off of them so I know that they're working perfectly. I think this is a big part of what it means to be like a professional FPV person, or I guess a professional in general. It's like, just test your gear, right? I knew that before I came out here, each of these drones were going to fly fine, but I can't take the chance that something has changed since I actually last flew them. So I've got to make sure that the GoPro settings are right, got to make sure that the drones are right, and then they're just going to go into park firme where I can't change them anymore. And that's, you know, that's the level of rigor that you should be holding yourself to make sure that everything is going to work exactly right. When you show up, plug in, and the director calls action. Okay, so we had a pretty successful shoot today. I've been talking about for the last couple of days about having to get a bunch of gear together and ready to be heading somewhere to shoot something. I always hate that I can't tell you more details in the moment, but it was really good. We got a lot of the shots that we wanted to get. You always kind of bump into this struggle of like, I could do better / more, but I'm also kind of hitting the marks that I'm supposed to hit and running out of time and daylight, and there's other things that are going on with shoots like this. So it's like, you know, on one hand, yeah, I always feel like I could do a little bit more, like that I had something left to give, something that I didn't put on the table, but at the same time, I got some awesome stuff done. Really, really happy with what it is, with how it showed up. The director, the producer, everybody was really happy with how it turned out. So, you know, on one hand, yeah, I feel like I could do better, but I think I hit the requirements that I was supposed to get to, and that's the definition of quality. So I've now been up since 3:30 a.m. It's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I gotta get up and get over to the airport first thing in the morning, fly back home to Indianapolis from wherever I am. And yeah, I'm just fried. I'm out of ideas. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We spent all morning at a baby shower for Rachel. Well, I guess for us, technically, but really for Rachel. And the floofs, Kylo and Kira, got stuck home all morning. So taking them for a walk, and then we're headed out to another little socially distant family gathering thing. Gosh, this whole year is just so weird with all that stuff, but kind of got to do what you got to do, apparently. So getting these guys some exercise, and then we're headed back out again.
How they had to turn the power down, how that cost them a tenth, 2 cents.
Oh god. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is getting installed over there right now. It just finally showed up. It's pretty saucy. Full 18-inch cable. Oh yes, sick. Okay, so Tesla wall connector is installed. It's run big wires all the way up through the entire house thanks to these guys, Mr. Jake and Caleb, who's not here. But we're ready to plug it in. So we're taking out the normal AC connector, setting that down, grabbing our wall connector, pop open the port, that works, and plug it in. Thinking, still thinking, it's green. 7 hours to full. Oh my gosh. So we're charging at 21, 23, 30, and it's 27 miles an hour of charge at home, 40 amps, 242 volts. Look at that. It works. 7 hours and 5 minutes until it's ready. That is so cool. So like before, when I was doing this on the standard charger, it would have taken over 24 hours to fill it up. And now, with this big old chungus.
Custom nerd green.
Yeah, you set that color, right? Oh, that's so cool. Thanks, guys. You're the best. So I've got a really, really busy day ahead with DRL stuff and editing and all of this stuff. I need to do more flying for the 2 videos that I've got coming out on Friday, but like by the time I'm done with everything, it's going to be dark. So I decided to get up early this morning, which I'm really thrilled about. But yeah, early really isn't that early. It's like 7 o'clock. But I mean, my schedule is usually more like 9 these days. Beautiful sunrise this morning, which is going to be great for the video. But yeah, I'm pushing through. Rachel, how do you feel about? I know I told you that DRL might go into January, right? Mm-hmm. It'll probably be early January, like 8, 9. How do you feel about me like kind of ditching fatherly duties and doing sim racing on like the 22nd?
22nd?
Yeah.
You better hope that baby's real late.
I'm keeping this intentionally zoomed out, but this is 7 a.m. all the way through to 6 p.m. I get an hour break, and then it's back on at 7, all the way through till 10 is the last scheduled time, but I'm probably going to end up going later than that, and I'm just feeling it right now. It's like I can feel my head just kind of like... Stay focused, get it done. One of the big things today is DRL qualifying and stuff like that, and it just compiles everything that's going on. Yeah, I think I can keep this pace up, but right now not really feeling it. Luckily tomorrow's a little bit more chill, even though we have an actual DRL race, and I've made really good progress on the 2 videos that I've got to put out on Friday, which is really good. Really excited about those videos and that day, but yeah, just took the dogs for a walk to try to just get out of the head, get things moving along, and not stressed out anymore, and that helped a lot as well. So let's keep up the pace. Let's get going. And I just got back from working out. The rest of DRL qualifying did not go great. Continued to build on my stress level. I ended up canceling a meeting because I was so just beat down. Just not feeling right, feeling overwhelmed, feeling stressed. And so I went to the gym and did about 45 minutes of running and walking, and that has definitely helped. Did that, ate some dinner, took a shower, and now I'm back at it, so I'm feeling a lot better now. So to that end, we're going to go ahead and do our comment reads. So Benjamin Buss says, "Holy crap, I won." Yes, you did, and it just shipped out this morning. So congrats, Ben, to winning the Emax Nanohawk. More giveaways coming soon. Got some new ideas for stuff. Nature Digital Photography says, "Hey, Nerk, if you have a second, could you recommend to me the best parts to use for a DJI FPV Super G build? Thanks." Yes, I can. DJI FPV full-size air unit, T-Motor F7 flight controller with the HD. It's like an F7 HD, so you just plug in the air unit. You've got the Hobbywing 60 amp ESC and Hobbywing 2207 1700 kV motors for 6L with a China Hobbyline battery. That's my ideal setup. Blind Ryan says, this is the car I want. Yep, right there. That's the Model Y. I'm still in love with it, man. It's such a cool, I'm so excited. Nico FPV says, cool or awesome car, Paul. I know how having a kid can slow down the drone gig. I hope not too much. I have 3 boys now, and I raced in the North American Drone Masters race last year, but that was my last race due to the kids and pandemic restrictions in New York. I've been flying at Riverworks, where you raced at the Bando race, Buffalo Bando. Awesome race. And if you ever travel this way, I'd be happy to show you some awesome spots. Buffalo is like the best place to fly. There's so many cool abandoned spots, city kind of spots, tree spots, all this sort of stuff. So I definitely want to get out there. Definitely would love to visit you. I want to visit with Becky and Chris YouTube channel. They're into helicopters and video and all that stuff. Really cool. Juan Mojadano says, hey Nerk, I've been flying in DRL for a bit now. I'm starting to feel like I can finish any race, but it's still hard to finish with 0 crashes. I'm around the 400th place in solo race normally. What do you think is a good sweet spot to start flying against other people? I think the sweet spot for flying against other people is just to start doing it. You can get on the DRL Sim Discord, and you can link up with a bunch of other guys that are also flying in the DRL Sim, and you can talk to them and they'll talk back to you and kind of give you ideas on how to keep flying better. And I think that would be, I mean, no matter what skill level you're at, they're going to be encouraging and helpful and be excited that you're trying. So I think you're ready no matter what. Get in there and start flying with other people. Nerk, I just got a Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle. Do you have any tips? Yes, don't be afraid to crash. You're my inspiration in my FPV journey. I've watched all your vids, and some I've watched more than 20 times. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. And I love your style and how you explain things in a way that I can understand. Hey, it's my pleasure. I love making these videos. It can be a grind sometimes, but you know what? Once I click publish and I get to see people enjoying and watching those, everything is worth it. So I'm so glad that you're here. Justin King, thanks for that. Philly Special, I want to see your commercials and things you've shot professionally. I see all these commercials, but the whole time I'm thinking I'd rather watch the BTS. I am right there with you. I love BTS, and I would love to share it with you, but there's often not a time to shoot BTS, right? You're under the gun, there's a lot of money moving around on set, there's a lot of equipment, so like being able to shoot BTS is often not the case, and so, you know, I wish there was more of it, but there simply isn't. Kevin Turner says, congrats on the Tesla, I've been considering one as well. Yeah, I've heard that Mrs. Turner, this is Heads Up FPV, or Evan Turner's dad, is commenting. I heard that Mrs. Turner is very interested in one, so you should definitely get one. Mikey, Richard, I've been a DRL watcher since day one and a Nerk fan since day one as well. Thanks. Appreciate that. I've got to say, I'm not digging the video game seasons. If Shark Tank can produce their shows through this pandemic, then why not DRL? It's a really good question. I mean, think about it. There's a couple different things to think about. First of all, I'm not as big of a fan of the sim seasons as I am about in-person real-life racing, but you know, I'd rather have some content than no content, so I'm really glad that DRL is doing something to push through these strange times. The thing you gotta think about with shows like Shark Tank, which are much bigger properties, is that they have a little bit more money to play with, right? So if, for example, somebody on set tests COVID positive and they have to shut down filming for a day or two or whatever to make sure that everybody is safe, they can afford to do that, right? And that's like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars a day of wasted time. If that happens to DRL, being a small startup technology company, basically, it's going to be much more significant, right? It's going to really sting. So thinking about the fact that, you know, if something goes wrong, it's going to cost a lot of money, and you've got to be able to sustain that issue, and so you have to factor in that when you're deciding, am I going to shoot something during this pandemic or not? Free Range Chicken RC, love this channel. Nerk, as far as taking it easy, nah, keep pushing. I'd love to have the problems you're having, because those are the problems that come with success. Thank you. You earned your success, and never quit mentality and work ethic is what got you there. You only get one life, live the F out of it. Great job. I will do my best. I'm going to also try not to kill myself working too hard, like today. Brent FPV says, do you know where your last name comes from? Sounds like a Finnish last name. Yes, it is. I have a very strong Finnish heritage. My last name is Nurkala, or Nurkala. So, yeah. Jammer FPV says, you just got lucky at poker. Jammer is Jamie. Jamie was at poker. I took his money. This is a true life aspect of an FPV racing / cinematic producer vlog. You're doing great, bro. Links FPV. Thank you. Yeah, but that's why I wanted to start doing this video, is because I just wanted to kind of demonstrate, like, all of the extra work that goes in behind the scenes, right? There's so much more to the videos that you see here than just like, oh yeah, there's a video. There's, you know, kind of a person that's going through all of this behind the scenes and stuff like that. So it's been a fun adventure to kind of bring people along for the ride and to tell the story through this vlog platform. And that's why I wanted to do it. Got some cool giveaways coming probably for next week's vlog, maybe the week after, we'll see. I think it's Christmas next week, so I gotta be careful about what my schedule is looking like and all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching your way through this little commentary on all the things that are going on. Love doing this vlog, love having you guys here. Be sure to leave some comments down below for next week's episode. And stay flying. I mean, this is what it's all about. I'm glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad to be doing these things. So let's get out there, stay flying.